Behind every celebrity, there is an agent, but what happens in a celebrity agency and how do they deal with each other and with their clients? No, it's not a fly-on-the-wall documentary. This is a new comedy from Prime Video. We're talking 10%.
I get a call from Phoebe Waller-Bridge and you don't put her through.
You said you were in a meeting.
No, you tell her I'm in a meeting. She knows it's a lie.
But you were in a meeting.
Yes, but she doesn't know that, does she? So, for fuck's sake.
Hey there, Tim from Screen AD here. I hope you are doing well and having a fantastic day. Thanks so much for tuning in. We really do appreciate everyone who supports the Screen AD channel by watching videos. If you want to do a little bit more and you want your streaming life to get better, you could always consider subscribing to the channel. That way you get the best streaming recommendations, lists, and all sorts of other curated content direct to your feed every day. You just kick back and relax, your streaming life gets better, and we don't even charge a penny for it. I mean, that is almost too good to be true, but believe me, it is true. And of course, if you like the video, please do like the video and help others discover great content too. Right, today we're talking about Prime Video's new comedy 10%, which may sound a little bit familiar to some of you because it is a remake of a French show called Call My Agent, which you possibly will have already seen on Netflix if you are a streamer. Right, so what's 10% all about? This is a show based around the Nightingale Hart Talent Agency, a fictional agency in central London. We learn about the lives of the founders, of the agents who represent the talent and their assistants, and there is a personal and professional crossover in this show. We see different parts of people's lives intertwined, and of course, because it's a talent agency, we also see celebrities in the show, and it's not fictional celebrities, it's real celebrities playing versions of themselves, which is one of the most joyous parts of the show. The celebrity cameos are a really important part of this show and a really nice part of it. You get that kind of sense that you got from something like Ricky Gervais's Extras, where you get to see people poking a little bit of fun at themselves at times, but also not just being the dramatic role that perhaps you're used to or the interview that you're used to, but that's sort of something in between that you get when someone is playing themselves, but clearly they are playing a character still. In the first one, we see Kelly MacDonald, and then throughout the series, you see people come along like Helena Bonham Carter, Emma Corrin, and then a particular favourite is Dominic West, who is really, really very good in his version of himself that we see on screen. If you've seen the French version of this, you'll recognise a lot of the characters very quickly and a lot of the scenarios. Now, this version of the show is written by John Morton, who wrote W1A and 2012, which, if you've seen, you'll know are some excellent examples of very biting satire, which are great at lampooning corporate culture and the people who live within it. Now, you see a lot of that in this version of the show. Although it is, of course, based on the French show, there's a very British feel to it once you're inside Nightingale Hart, and some of those characters that you might have seen in 2012 and W1A, you can definitely sense parts of them in some of the characters, especially those sitting on the sidelines in this show.
She goes running every morning.
For Christ's sake, why do they always have to run?
Yeah, I think if you like W1A and 2012, you'll definitely get some of that feel from this show, especially in the kind of awkward pauses, especially in meetings and those corporate environments, but also the kind of robotic chirping from certain characters of the same things over and over again, which was a feature of those shows, and you've definitely got that element injected into Nightingale Hart in a lot of their conversations. To be honest, this is a show that is quite slowly paced, especially for a comedy. It's definitely about creating an atmosphere, and especially in that first episode, starting to draw you in, make you care about the characters. There's a lot more going on than just kind of corporate shenanigans and silliness. There's a lot more than that kind of farcical element that you are expecting. There are personal relationships, there are things that are being uncovered and discovered in the first few episodes that will start to play out throughout the series. This is, yes, a comedy first and foremost, but there's definitely dramatic elements to it, and some of the performances from the lead characters bring both humour but also pathos to it. The cast in this show are really important and really impressive, and they need to be, because it's a show that is based on timing, it's a show that is based on having a good pace to it. There's something quite quintessentially British about the whole thing, which is interesting considering it's based on a French show. And those who are fans of the original might actually not be that keen on that because they want it to be more like the original, but actually that quintessential Britishness, that kind of almost Richard Curtis film feel to it at certain times, is something that's quite endearing endearing, especially if you like this type of comedy. The main agents in the show are played by Jack Davenport, Lydia Leonard, Prasanna Puwanarajah and Maggie Steed, and all of those performances really are excellent, and the interplay between them is really important to keep you interested in the shows and the antics that go on around them and the celebrities that they represent. Two other actors who are worth mentioning who put in really great performances in different ways completely in this show. Jim Broadbent, who plays Richard Nightingale, the founder of the agency. He's incredibly important to the plot, but his role at the beginning of the series is something that really sets the tone for the show. You also have Tim Mckinnery, who is of course a veteran Brit actor and very much celebrated by those who enjoy this type of work. He plays Simon Gould, and he is a kind of quite depressing character in many ways. He's a troubled, kind of washed up actor who's got health problems, and he's there as kind of a reminder of the fact that it can't all be glitz and glamour all of the time, and his performance is kind of quite dark. It's kind of quite haunting in some ways. Now, if you're looking for a show that's going to make you laugh on cue every 30 seconds and is filled with one-liners and punchlines, I don't think this is the one for you. This is a show that is built on an atmosphere, it's built on characters, and it's built on taking you on a journey in a much slower way. You will absolutely enjoy the journey if you're a fan of kind of British comedy, of the awkward, of the farcical. If you like that type of thing, I think you're going to like this show. This is a comedy that is worth your time, but it is one that you do have to give time to. It's not going to give you what you want instantly, but when you get on that journey and you start to go down that road, you will be glad that you did.
This is what you look like.
Christ, it looks like the Nuremberg trials.
10% is available to watch on Prime Video. Now, if you haven't got Prime Video and haven't tried it before, you can click on the link in the description below if you're in the UK and get a 7-day trial, so you can try out 10% for yourself and it won't even cost you a penny. Now, don't say we don't ever give you anything. Well, thanks so much for watching. We really do appreciate your support of the channel. If you like what we do, don't forget to subscribe and like the video, and go check out all the other videos on the Screen OD channel, which have loads of great things for you to watch, from comedy and drama and sci-fi and movies. You know, we have it all, so do go check them out. Until next time, we'll see ya.